Yeah, I was enjoying. My name is Kokoro34. I'm here today to do another episode of Prehistoric Subject Files, and today we're going to talk about Bracytrachelopan. Bracytrachelopan was a short-necked sauropod from the late Jurassic period around 152.1 to 145 million years ago, so that means it would have reigned in the Tithonian era. Now, the holotype specimen is labelled as MPEF-PV1716, and it was collected from an erosional exposure of fluvial sandstone within the, and I'm probably going to butcher this, Canodo Calciero formation on the, well, it was found on the hill of that area, around 25 kilometers northeast of Cerro Condo, the Chubut province. So this guy was pretty much found in the same province as, let's say, the Tyrannotitan, stuff like that. So basically, when it was where it lived, it was central to western Argentina, pretty much western central Argentina. So that's in South America. So this is really interesting, especially for the bizarrity of the animal and where it was and the time it lived in. So basically, the holotype specimen itself actually contained 8 cervical, 12 dorsal, and 3 sacral vertebrae, as well as proximal portions of the posterior cervical ribs and also dorsal ribs. There's also a bit of the what is known as distal end of the left femur and the proximal end of the left tibia, and also there's a portion of the or I believe the full. Actually, it didn't specify, but it said the bit of the basically right ilium. So basically, this specimen is quite complete. It's just a shame that you don't have the head, and that's what you really want with sauropods. You want the head, but from the look of the neck vertebrae they found, yeah, this sauropod was quite short in the neck area. Now, the name of Bracytrachelopan actually means basically short-necked Pan. And Pan means god of shepherds, and the species name, which is Bracytrachelopan Messiae, which means basically in honor of Daniel Messe, and basically this animal just basically honors a god and also a person, which is brilliant. So basically, you could say this is sort of a god lizard, which is weird. Now, the neck of Bracytrachelopan was really short. I mean, by proportions, it's the shortest neck of any dicrasaurid and also of any sauropod ever. It's around 40% shorter than other dicrasaurids, which is really weird. And I'll get into why it's so short as well. So the maximum length of this animal was estimated to be around 33 feet, though it's estimated from the adult size that they've calculated from basically the fusion in the holotype specimen. Now, they know the holotype specimen is an adult because they found high degrees of fusion between the neural arches, sacral neural arches, and the sacral neural spines, which basically means it's an adult. So basically, they've used data that they've known from other sauropod fusions, and they found that this is an adult, which is brilliant. Now, with Bracytrachelopan, basically what they found is that it was actually a low-browsing sauropod, which is sort of unique to it particularly because, well, you look at other sauropods, and some can raise their necks up, in my opinion, some can't, like the Diplodocines. I don't think they could raise their heads up that far. Brachiosaurs, they had a certain degree, and then you've also got, I'd say, maybe Titanosaurines were able to do that as well, I don't know. But basically, it was restricted due to the flexibility of its neck, which wasn't actually that flexible, apparently. So basically, you could eat food around 1 to 2 meters off the ground, so it's really weird why it's evolved like this. But basically, why it evolved this is because it evolved this way because there were no iguanodontines in its habitat. So basically, the species itself might have actually evolved shorter necks because they were taking up the niches of the iguanodontines. That's possibly why you don't see mainly any remains of Jurassic iguanodontines found in South America. I mean, I don't recall any iguanodontines or any hadrosaur-like forms appearing in the Jurassic in the southern hemisphere. Well, in South America, pretty much, or in the southern hemisphere. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Someone please do bring that up if I do get that wrong, because I'm sure I've got it wrong. I'm sure I have. Well, basically, the cervical vertebrae of it as well are actually as long as the anteroposterior, basically of length. So they're basically long as they are wide, pretty much. Well, I think. I don't know. I can't remember some of these words sometimes. And the also unique characteristic of the cervical vertebrae is that basically they've got a pillar-like, and I'm probably going to butcher this word, but a pillar-like gapophyseal. Yep, I just butchered that word. It's spelled basically. It's the I'll have another go. Hang on a second. Centropostigapophyseal. Yeah, I think I nearly got it. It's on the Wikipedia page of this. It's on the Wikipedia article of this, anyways. And also they got a pronounced anterior inclination of the mid-cervical neural spines, and basically and it also has basically with the tip and extending, area beyond that and beyond the centrum. Also, the anterior dorsal neural spines, 1 to 6, actually have with basically a vertical base that allows for anterior flexible tips to be there, and basically, I guess that kind of helps with the support of the back of the neck and stuff like that. Now, there was a study done on the analysis of 27 sauropod taxa, and they by someone called Raut, and basically he analysed, or she, I don't know, I haven't looked at this person. They analysed basically they analysed 27 sauropod taxa, and then they analysed from those 27 sauropod taxa 154 anatomical characteristics. So that's wow, that's a lot of characteristics. And they basically found that Bracytrachelopan is more closely related to the Dicraeosaurids. Yeah, so basically that's why it's a Dicraeosaurid, because of these fantastic studies that are done on the basically the morphology of the animal itself. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. This has been a longer video than I expected. I was expecting it to be a bit short, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got a real appreciation of this bizarre sauropod, and hopefully one day it shall be made into a figure, because I will buy that figure because it's a really weird sauropod. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I shall see you later. Bye bye.